Hey guys, welcome back to Mad About Skin. It is super warm here in the UK. Summer has definitely arrived. And with that temperature change, I always see it as like my annual reminder to go through my sunscreen collection and throw out any SPFs that didn't perform well on my skin, are out of date, I'm not going to use, let them go. Refresh everything and focus down on the ones that I want to use all summer long. So in this video, I want to share with you some sunscreens that I'm letting go of, saying goodbye to, that didn't work for a number of reasons. Towards the end of the video though, I'm going to bring back that positivity and share with you some sunscreens that definitely will be my holy grails in summer 2023. Sit back, relax, let's start giving up some sunscreens. Now, before we get into this video, just that quick reminder to do all that YouTubey stuff if you haven't already. If you enjoy this style of content, reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. This truly is the best way of supporting me as a content creator, because the more likes a video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. I'm also going to try and do this video entirely in one take. I did this a couple of videos ago. You guys seem to really enjoy it. You know, no jump cuts, no over editing, just me sitting down and talking about my experiences with these sunscreens. I am going to have to go through them pretty quickly because I've got a whole lot. I might be a hoarder when it comes to sunscreens. But I have linked all of them, the good, the bad and the mid, all in the description box below. So if you miss the name of any of them, it's all there for your convenience. So let's kick things off with Altruist. Now, Altruist are one of my favourite sunscreen brands. They do really great products, but they do a lot of them. I mean, they very kindly over the last year have sent me just about every single one of their sunscreens. And I've tried them all, and I thought, you know, when it comes to repurchasing the products that I'm going to use this summer, I don't want to be wasteful. I don't need this many sunscreens. And they're actually all in date, so I'm going to give them away to friends and family because they are really good sunscreens. But I've kind of worked out that the spray one, I'm just not a fan of spray sunscreens. You know, you're spraying yourself and you're spraying everyone on the sun lounge just behind you. Not a fan of that. And some of the other body ones are just a little bit thick for my taste. And I prefer the Garnier Ombre Solaire Hydra 24 Protect, which I'm going to leave an image of there. I prefer that on the body. So I've decided, going to give these away. And the one that I'm going to use in 2023 is this. This is the Altruist Dermatologist Face Fluid. The SPF 50, though they also do a 30 that's slightly more lightweight. This works, it's like £6, so affordable, and actually it's the highest level of UVA protection I've ever found. Absolutely amazing. So these ones I'm saying goodbye to. They're great, but not for this year. This is where it's at, and I'm going to put a couple on order because I definitely like to have them in my collection in summer. Now, I always get roasted by you guys for not focusing enough on mineral sunscreens. Now, there's two different types of sunscreens, chemical and mineral. They use different filters. Now, if you're watching from the States, you're probably very familiar with mineral sunscreens because they represent quite a significant chunk of the SPF market. Here in the UK, wider European Union, they're not really a thing. You can absolutely get mineral sunscreens, but if you go into a drugstore, you've probably got a choice of one or two tops. And I actually checked with the UK, they represent around 4% of the UK sunscreen market. So there's not a whole lot of choice, which is why you don't see me talk about them a lot here on the channel. I also just prefer chemical sunscreens. I think they deliver better broad spectrum protection and they just work better on my individual super oily skin type. But for you mineral fangirls out there are some really good ones out there, and I want to talk about three that actually I really like, and I'll talk about the one I'm keeping and the two that I won't be repurchasing. So these are the three that I enjoy. This is the Haru Haru Black Rice Pure Mineral Daily Sunscreen. This is the Bliss Block Star Invisible, and this is the SOS SPF 50. So this is a great British brand. Haru Haru are a Korean skincare brand. Bliss, I think they might be American, I'm not sure. But anyway, all three of them really great products, and they're all cruelty free, which I love. So I thought long and hard. None of them leave a white cast on my skin tone, but I think if you've got a deeper, darker and richer skin tone, they still might, you know, all mineral sunscreens have the potential to leave a white cast or a hue on the skin. For me though, the one that I'm going to be keeping is this, the Haru Haru. It's so good. These two also great, but this is amazing. The Bliss has a little bit of a tint to it, which I think makes it very situational. If it matches your skin tone, great. For everyone else, it won't work. The Haru Haru has just that sort of tint I think is just going to be compatible with every skin tone, which is why I love it. It also comes in the best possible packaging. You know, this is super easy to use. It's easy to like wipe clean, and it's just zero mess. And you put it onto the skin, and whilst it goes on white, as you put it onto the skin, it kind of transforms and gives just a touch of like almost a bit of coloration to kind of minimize any risk of white cast. And that's why after you've rubbed it in, let it sink in for like 20 seconds, you get a truly invisible application. Just look how gorgeous that looks. It's so, so good. It's also fragrance free, so if you like fragrance free skincare, this is a great option. And it's the first mineral sunscreen I found that is the right blend between matte and dewy. They're either super greasy or chalky and deadpan matte. This isn't. This is just feels like you're not wearing anything and is really lightweight and gorgeous. So this is what I'm keeping. The SOS and the Bliss one I won't be repurchasing, but they are actually really good sunscreens and I have loved them. So now on to the collection of fails proper. These, I'm looking down at them and thinking, these are the sunscreens that I definitely won't be purchasing, and I honestly wouldn't recommend either, in no particular order. I start with this, the L'Oreal UV Defender. Now I bought this at TK Maxx for £4. Lots of people raving about it online. I'm not a fan of L'Oreal, but I thought, look, for £4, let me try it. Tried it. No, this is not where it's at. The smell. It's like so overbearing, and it never leaves. You put this on the skin, you're still smelling that like 2 hours later. Never leaves. And also, I don't like the fact that it's got so much dry alcohol in here. Dry alcohols can help the absorption of a sunscreen, but this, I just know, using it from just using it 2 days in a row, that my skin was going to be stripped, dried. It wasn't good. I like those sunscreens that kind of feel almost like they're adding hydration, not stripping it out of your skin. This was a fail. So if you see any videos of people saying, this is amazing, this is wonderful, I don't know what they're using, because this was absolutely terrible. And I stopped using it because I thought my skin is so tight and dry. No. This is the Acnicide Daily Moisturizer SPF 30. A great option if you've got oily, acne-prone skin, but I found out this wasn't a cruelty-free brand, something that matters a lot to me, so I won't be repurchasing. Is still a good option if you've got dry, if you've got oily skin, but there are other non-pore clogging sunscreens I'm going to come on to that are cruelty free, so we don't need this one. For the same reason as the L'Oreal one, the Biore Watery Essence. Now, I do enjoy this. It feels so good on the skin, and on the most hottest, ridiculously warm days, this does help keep you matte, but it does so by loading the skin with so much drying alcohol. Like, you actually smell it. This product reeks of almost like pure ethanol. It's too much. And again, strips and dries the skin after a while. And if you keep using alcohol over and over again, day in, day out, which is tend to be how we apply sunscreens, that's going to lead to sensitivity. And that was my experience with that. Great as a one-off. Long term, it's a no. This, the Klairs All Day Airy Sunscreen. Now, I bought this to try it out because it was the replacement for the one that was discontinued. I don't like Klairs because with their original sunscreen, they said, it's fine. Stop worrying about it. It's fine. Don't listen to what people are saying online about it not living up to the SPF. It's fine. They then tested it, came out as an SPF 9. They were saying it was an SPF 50. They knew all along. It just seemed shady and it just felt really bad. But I thought, I'm a great believer in second chances, so I thought, let's try their new version of it. It's not good. It's really not good. It gives a funny hue to the skin. I feel it's quite expensive for 50ml. And whilst it does sink in well, I don't know, the smell's a bit off-putting, and I'm just not a huge fan. It is vegan, so if you're living a plant-based lifestyle, it's an option, but no, I just think we can do better. Then 2 final ones. This is the Dr. Sam Flawless Daily Sunscreen. I love the Dr. Sam Bunting skincare range. They're all amazing. This is the only product from hers that I didn't get on with. So ashy, so thick, white cast. It is a mineral sunscreen, but they don't do anything to offset how ashy it is on the skin and how just thick and gloopy. No, didn't even like it. I think I applied it once to the skin and thought never again. And finally, a little viral favourite, the Embryolisse La Creme Concentrate SPF 20. Now, the original SPF free version is a holy grail for a lot of people. It was alright. It also smelled like mothballs. Really didn't care for that. This is their sunscreen version. I don't know why you go for an SPF 20 with quite a low UVA protection too. It's kind of, and it feels very heavy on the skin. So it's not one of those products that you could use if you want to, like, you don't care about the SPF protection, you just really want it a lightweight version. This is quite heavy and you don't get a lot of SPF protection. I just feel like they could have gone to a minimum SPF of 30 and that would have increased the UVA protection too. This seems lazy. I don't know why this is viral online, just not a fan. Now on to the good. So I always feel bad. You know what? I always feel really bad sharing products that I don't like because I don't know. I don't like to put that negativity out there. But equally, if I spent my hard-earned coin on products that didn't work for me, I want to share it with you guys so you know what to avoid when it comes to any of these products. I don't want you wasting your money the way that I did, so which is kind of why I filmed this. But I like to finish on some positives with some sunscreens that actually worked. So I've had a cat hair here. All the way through filming, I've had this cat hair. Both my cats usually film in the same room as me. They're usually in the same room that I'm filming, which is why in hot, humid weather, it just sticks. Sound off in the comments section if you also usually have a good dose of cat hair with your skincare routine. Let me know. And I'd also like to know, I always like to know how far people get in terms of watching the videos. So I'm doing a bit of a trial over a couple of videos to see how far into things people get. So if you're still watching, you've seen the fails, and you've clung onto the bitter end for the holy grails, let me know by in the comment section below, leaving the sun emoji. We're celebrating summer, sunshine, sunscreen. Leave me a sun emoji if you've made it this far, because I do like to test to see how far people get in videos. So, holy grails. Let's get through these. I've already covered some of these in a video, so I won't go into them in too much detail, but I'll just give you a little flavour. So I created my own sunscreen this year, which is this, the Mad About Skin Protect and Hydrate sunscreen. This doesn't break you out. Sorry, there's another cat hair. Oh God, the struggle is real. This doesn't break you out. It doesn't clog the pores. It acts as a moisturiser and a sunscreen all in one. And so it just kind of does it all for me. This is the reason I moved away from the acne side product, because this is cruelty free. You get a higher level of protection and it's truly broad spectrum. So I like to put transparency out there. So when it comes to the UVA rating, this is a PPD score of 23. Tested in 2 independent tests. And that is pretty high for, you know, a drugstore and affordable sunscreen. That range actually goes from 2 through to 50, and usually anything over 18 or 19 is considered like high level of UVA protection. The altruist one I mentioned really early on is in the 30s. This is in the 23. Most Korean sunscreens come in at between like 12 and 19. So you get a little extra UVA protection in this, which I think is really important, and it's a moisturizer and sunscreen in one. I always want people to understand that sunscreen doesn't need to cost the earth. It should be affordable. And so for the month of June, if you want to purchase this, there's 15% off. I'll leave the link in the description box below and on the screen there. Now, away from my brand, and I created my own skincare and I use it day in, day out, but I also like to mix it up with some of my other favourite brands. If any influencer that's created their own skincare or makeup line tells you that they exclusively use their products, they're lying to you. They're all liars. Call them out on it, because in truth, there's so much choice. We want to mix things up. And so I do have other sunscreens that I use. Let me talk through this, one of my favourites. This is the Skin 1004 Centella Hylu Seeker Sunfit Water Serum. Love this, really lightweight. And if you want to see it in action, I include it in a shorts, which I'll leave a link to up there. Really nice option. I'd say it feels very similar to the Mad About Skin one. It's hydrating. It's not got quite as high UVA coverage, but it does have a super lightweight finish, which I really, really like. The same goes for the Tokobo sunscreen. This is a viral favourite on TikTok and is really, really good. I like the packaging on this one because it's just, I don't know, something different, easy to use. And yeah, I would recommend this one for people that want to try something new in the Korean sunscreen market. Give this one a go. Super hydrating, feels great on the skin. If you just want to walk into a drugstore and pick up a sunscreen, what I always recommend is this. This is the Boots Daily Facial Moisturising Lotion SPF Plus Vitamin C. They're doing a new line of this. They do one with hyaluronic acid, they do one with niacinamide, they do one with vitamin C. Vitamin C is the best of the lot, 50ml for £8, so it's a lot cheaper than a lot of Korean sunscreens. You can walk into Boots if you're shopping in the UK, Ireland, quite a lot of countries in the European Union, Thailand, wherever you are. You can get to a Boots, actually try this out. I think it's really, really good. And again, I've left a link if you want to buy it online in the description. It's really nice. It feels good on the skin. It's got great coverage in terms of UVA and UVB protection. And this has a bit of vitamin C in too. So if you're the sort of person who likes a bit of a one and done, wants a vitamin C fix and a sunscreen, this could work. It's also quite hydrating. It's truly invisible on the skin. I use this on the days where I'm lazy and I know I'm not going to use my vitamin C serum because I'm in a rush. Throw this on and you're kind of getting it all in one. It's not got the highest concentration of vitamin C, so we'll call that out. But on those days, like I say, where you know you're not using your vitamin C serum, use this instead, and it does give you that vitamin C fix and a really nice hydrating finish to the skin. So yeah, it smells divine. The whole thing's great. Then finally, this is a relative newcomer. I think I bought this about a month ago, but it only arrived a few days ago. This is the Pure Full Calming Water Sunscreen by Numbuzzin. I have been loving Numbuzzin recently. They do a really, really great like anti-dark spot hyperpigmentation fading serum that I captured in a video, which I'll link up there. Definitely want to check out. But this sunscreen is also really nice. If you want impossibly light, you want your sunscreen to almost feel like a serum, this is the closest thing I've ever found. So let me just show you how this applies. It is super watery. It just glides onto the skin. Look at that. It's almost like a gel serum hybrid. It's so good. It's fragrance free, but it just doesn't smell chemically in any way. It's chemical sunscreen, but it doesn't smell chemically in any way. And oh my god, look at the dewiness on the skin. If you want dewy, glowy, radiant from your sunscreen, I would honestly recommend time and time again that Numbuzzin one. It just feels beautiful. It's like a glow up in a tube. Use this with that hyperpigmentation fighting serum I referenced in the other video, and it's like a double whammy for the skin. So beautiful. Look at that. It just leaves that, oh, such a gorgeous finish on the skin. So this, definitely a winner in my book, and yeah, definitely a firm favourite. So there you have it, guys. Decluttering my sunscreen drawer. The holy grails, the total fails, and a couple in between. A little touch of mineral sunscreen action for anyone that wants it. And I would love to know, have you tried any of these products? Do you disagree with me? If you do, sound off in the comments section below. But I just wanted this to be an annual reminder to you guys, check your sunscreens. If they're out of date, toss them out. Normally, I'm not that bothered with expiry dates on skincare. I'm quite bad with that. But sunscreen is the one time I do check that, because you don't want to be using a product that isn't giving you maximum protection. So toss out your old sunscreens and maybe invest in some of these new holy grails. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and wherever you are in the world, guys. Stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.